Libra dearest, your home is no longer just a space you live in. It has become a divine magnet for money, for abundance, and for soul-aligned prosperity. That's not a metaphor. That's the frequency shift that's happening around you right now, and this video is your confirmation. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to guide you through one of the most powerful energetic alignments of your year, centered around your physical space, your energy, and the celestial forces at work from October 4th to 6th. Let me ask you something that only you can answer honestly. Have you recently felt like something major is about to happen, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it? Like the atmosphere around you is changing, but subtly, quietly? That's not your imagination. That's preparation. That's divine orchestration. And you didn't find this video by accident. You were called here. This is Zodiac Whisper Tarot, and I want to welcome you into a reading unlike any other. Because between October 4th and 6th, the cosmic environment surrounding Libra is rare, electric, and deeply transformative. And it's not just about you, it's about your home. The space you rest in. The space you pray in. The space you create in. That very environment is becoming an anchor point for wealth, opportunities, and divine provision. So if your intuition has been whispering, clean the house, rearrange that room, sit quietly near that window, don't ignore it. The universe is mapping wealth energy directly into the environment you occupy. And for Libra, a sign ruled by Venus, the planet of harmony, beauty, and physical comfort, this energy will arrive through the spaces you nurture, not the noise you chase. From a cosmic perspective, Venus is forming a sacred trine with Saturn retrograde in Pisces and a supportive sextile with the Moon in Aquarius. These alignments activate your second house of value and your fourth house of home, signaling not just financial shift, but foundational abundance. In other words, you're not just getting paid, you're being positioned. Now, Libra, here's where your power comes in. You don't need to hustle harder. You don't need to become someone else. You simply need to allow. Because when your internal atmosphere is peaceful, your external environment becomes magnetic. Wealth flows where peace is planted. And guess what? You've already been planting it. If you feel even a hint of resonance with this message, drop the number 777 in the comments right now. That is your sacred signature to the universe. It's how you mark this moment. It's how you say, I'm listening. I'm ready. And before we go deeper, let me take a breath and thank you deeply for being here. Every comment you leave, every like you share, every time you hit subscribe, you become more than a viewer. You become part of this sacred collective. And you help carry these divine transmissions to those who need them most. So stay with me, Libra. Trust me when I say, you're going to want to hear what comes next. Because what the universe is about to reveal is nothing short of miraculous. Now tell me, what have you done, beautiful Libra, that aligned the heavens to bring you here? Right now? When the sky begins to shift in subtle but precise harmony, it's often a sign that something long awaited is rising, not just in the cosmos, but within you. And between October 4th and 6th, Libra, you are standing in such a moment. This isn't just another astrological window, it's a sacred orchestration of energy aligning your external environment with your inner readiness. What makes this alignment so rare and potent is the role your planetary ruler Venus plays in forming powerful aspects with Saturn retrograde in Pisces and the Moon in Aquarius. Each of these celestial players is whispering something profound into your life, and it's all happening through the vessel of your home. Venus in astrology governs what we love, what we value, and how we receive comfort. For Libra, she is the voice of beauty, balance, and abundance. But when she enters into a gentle trine with Saturn, the planet of structure, discipline, and karmic returns, there is more than ease. There is reward. Saturn in retrograde doesn't deny what's due, it reevaluates where the roots were strongest. If you've been patient, intentional, and faithful in the unseen moments, if you've tended your inner garden when no one was watching, this is the sky's way of saying, I saw it all. The wealth that may now arrive isn't random, it's earned energy returning home. It's a response to everything you nurtured when it was still in seed form. But there's more. Venus is also forming a soft, intuitive sextile with the moon in Aquarius, a sign of innovation, community, and higher perspective. This isn't just about material gain, it's about emotional alignment with the kind of wealth that actually feels safe and fulfilling. What this means is that the things you desire, whether a new living space, financial breakthrough, or inner peace, may not come through effort alone. They may now come through surrender, through community, through allowing your emotions to guide you toward choices that are aligned rather than just strategic. Now, let's talk about the home, your home, Libra. Because this is the space being activated more deeply than anything else. The fourth house, astrologically connected to home, foundation, and emotional security, is vibrating with cosmic attention right now. Your home is not just where you live, it's where your frequency lives. It holds your energy when you're too tired to hold it yourself. And when that space is infused with your intention, your gratitude, and your readiness, it becomes a channel for blessing. It becomes the address where abundance feels welcomed. The old wisdom reminds us that to be trusted with much, one must be faithful with little, and sometimes the little is as simple as clearing a corner, opening a window, or lighting a candle in the quiet. These are not just acts of routine, they are declarations of faith in what is already on its way. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to prove your worth by forcing productivity. Sometimes, the most sacred preparation is soft, quiet, invisible to the world. Sometimes it's in the moments when you choose stillness over striving, or when you clean your home with the same care you give to a sacred altar. That, too, is a spiritual practice. That, too, is a signal to life that you are ready. Let this time remind you that real wealth doesn't only come through big moves and bold risks. Sometimes it begins with a whisper in your soul, a quiet readiness in your space, and a divine convergence in the sky. And as you align your home with your heart, as you ground yourself in gratitude and welcome, don't be surprised if opportunity, clarity, and even joy start showing up at your door. After all, when you're faithful in the ordinary, life tends to answer with the extraordinary. Some of the most powerful shifts don't come from dramatic action, they begin quietly, in the places we often overlook. Libra, let's take a moment to truly consider the space you live in. Not just the walls, not the furniture, but the energy, the vibration that fills every corner of your home. When the stars whisper that your house is becoming a magnet for prosperity, they aren't speaking in riddles. They are pointing to the energetic truth that abundance shows up where it feels invited. Your home, right now, is being asked to participate in your transformation. It's becoming the fertile ground where what you've prayed for, dreamed about, and quietly built inside, finally finds form. It's easy to forget that the most sacred altars are sometimes found in the most ordinary places. A windowsill kissed by morning light. A kitchen table that's held your tears and your tea. The chair you return to when you've had a hard day. These aren't random pieces of your life. They are the quiet witnesses to your becoming. When you infuse these places with gratitude, presence, and intention, when you tidy them, light a candle, open a window, or simply sit in stillness, you create more than a clean room. You create a frequency field. One that mirrors what your soul has been longing to receive: peace, clarity, overflow. The law of attraction doesn't just work through vision boards or big declarations. It moves through the resonance of your environment. Your home is a living reflection of your inner world. And the truth is, money doesn't chase struggle, it follows calm. It follows clarity. It follows trust. When you start treating your home as a partner in your abundance journey, not just a container for it, you begin to unlock doors that effort alone could never open. That messy drawer you've been avoiding? Clearing it might clear the emotional backlog that's been blocking your clarity. That neglected corner of your home? It might become your energetic altar, the place where wealth energy begins to gather. Sometimes, the most unexpected moments arrive wrapped in simplicity. A neighbor drops by and mentions an opportunity. A phone call comes while you're folding laundry, and suddenly a new chapter begins. You're not lucky. You're aligned. Because you've made space both physically and vibrationally for what wants to enter. And Libra, this is where your natural gift for creating beauty becomes a spiritual tool. When your surroundings reflect harmony, the universe responds with more of it. When you choose colors that soothe your nervous system, scents that ground you, sounds that uplift you, you are reprogramming your field for prosperity. In this season, I encourage you to treat your home like a sacred investment. Not in a materialistic sense, but as a manifestation chamber. Ask yourself, what message is my space sending to the life I say I want? Is it welcoming? Is it ready? If not, this isn't about judgment, it's an invitation. Because prosperity is already moving toward you. It's looking for a landing place. And your home can become that place. There's a story I once heard about a woman who, during a season of great uncertainty, would set the dinner table for two, one seat for herself, and one for the opportunity she believed was coming. She didn't know when, or how. But she believed. And eventually, the opportunity arrived. Maybe not in the way she expected, but in the way her soul had quietly prepared for. That's the essence of this moment, Libra. Don't wait for the knock on the door. Set the table. Prepare the room. Open the space. If this message is reaching you at the right time, take a moment and comment below where you're watching from. Not just as a fun note, but as a way of energetically placing your coordinates on the map of abundance. Your space matters. And today, it might just become the place where your next miracle begins. There's something sacred about the act of writing down what you truly desire. Not the things you think you should want, not the goals the world tells you to chase, but the quiet, honest truths your heart has been holding, the things that feel aligned with your next level of peace, stability, and expansion. Libra, when you sit down with a pen and speak those desires into form, you begin to anchor them into reality. This is not superstition, it's energetic precision. The universe is not responding to noise, it's responding to clarity. And in a world that's constantly pushing us to move faster, think louder, and accumulate more, there's real power in slowing down long enough to ask, what am I truly ready to receive? By choosing 3 physical manifestations you want to invite into your life this October, you're engaging a creative contract with your future. The number 3, in numerology, is the vibration of creation of new beginnings that are expressed, not hidden. When you write down your desires, you are moving them out of the abstract and into the tangible. And when you place them somewhere visible by your mirror, your bedside, your window, you're not just creating a reminder. You're creating resonance. You're allowing your physical environment to echo your energetic intentions. That repetition, seen day after day, isn't just symbolic. It recalibrates your frequency toward receiving. Because what we see, we begin to believe. And what we believe, we start to embody. Touching those intentions each morning isn't about magic words. It's about activating presence. When you place your hand over the paper, the wall, the mirror, and speak aloud, "I allow money energy to come to me through this living space," you're doing more than making a statement, you're taking spiritual ownership. You're reminding every part of your body and mind that you're not waiting for abundance to show up from a distant, unreachable place. You're declaring that abundance is already in the room with you, and all you're doing is letting it flow where it wants to go. This kind of exercise isn't for the eyes of others. It's not meant to impress. It's meant to transform quietly, consistently, deeply. It teaches your nervous system to feel safe with more. It tells your heart that your needs matter. It sends a message into the field of possibility that you are not begging, you are preparing. And that preparation is what opens the doors. This isn't about earning through struggle. It's about aligning through presence. In the same way that tending a garden doesn't force a flower to bloom, but creates the right soil for it to do so, you are tending your energetic garden. You are watering it with attention, sunlight, and intention. And it will grow. Perhaps not in the way or on the timeline you expected. But it will grow, because you're creating the right conditions. This mirrors something I've heard in stories of quiet faith, that sometimes, the miracle doesn't come as fire from the sky, but as peace in the home. It comes in the form of a bill paid when you didn't know how, an unexpected phone call, or a job offer you never saw coming. Not because you demanded it, but because you created the space to receive it. So as you step into this ritual, do it not with pressure, but with presence. Don't worry if it feels small. Great transformations often begin with the most ordinary gestures. Let your home be a space of invitation. Let your desires take up room. Let your willingness speak louder than your worry. Because Libra, when you say yes with your energy, life finds a way to meet you, sometimes through the front door, sometimes through the quiet corners where hope once lived, waiting patiently to be remembered. There's a quiet power in shifting the question from, "When will it be my turn?" to, "How can I be ready now?" Libra, this gentle change in language isn't just semantics, it's energetic alignment. So many people spend their lives chasing the next opportunity, the next breakthrough, the next moment of validation. But the truth is, when you are grounded in your own frequency, you stop chasing and start attracting. You begin to realize that true wealth doesn't arrive because you push harder, it flows when you allow deeper. And allowing, in its most transformative form, begins with trust. Trust in your timing. Trust in your preparation. Trust that what belongs to you knows how to find you. You don't need to do more to prove you're worthy of abundance. You simply need to give yourself permission to embody it. Because the version of you that is calm, present, and emotionally aligned is the version that money, opportunity, and clarity are magnetized to. This isn't about external performance, it's about inner permission. And you, Libra, have been cultivating that readiness through years of self-reflection, silent sacrifice, and unwavering grace. This is not about asking the universe to give you what you want out of desperation. It's about becoming the version of yourself that is finally open to receiving what you already deserve. Think of it like this: energy is not transactional, it's relational. It mirrors you. So when you shift from asking to allowing, from effort to openness, from proving to presence, the world begins to respond in kind. You stop needing to run after anything, because you're radiating a calm signal that says, "I'm already aligned." That frequency is your greatest currency now. Not your resume. Not your status. Not your speed. But your stillness. That subtle but undeniable signal that you're no longer trying to earn your worth, you're resting in it. That's why in this season, self-care is more than a wellness routine, it's an energetic strategy. Something as simple as rearranging your living space, clearing a neglected drawer, or making your bed with intention can shift the atmosphere in your home and your mind. When your space feels supported, your nervous system relaxes, and that relaxation makes room for intuition to speak. Likewise, adjusting your diet to support adrenal function isn't just about physical health. It's about giving your body the foundation to hold the abundance that's arriving. Less sugar. More minerals. More calm. Because calm isn't laziness, it's capacity. And you're being invited to expand yours. There's also great value in the way you tend to your emotional environment. Choose relationships that don't drain you. Spend time in conversations that feel like nourishment. Make room for quiet. Not because you're hiding, but because quiet allows the signal to come through. And in the stillness, you may begin to realize that the door you've been waiting to open has already been unlocked, it just needed your presence to walk through it. One of the most gentle yet profound truths is this: prosperity often arrives not as a wave of chaos, but as a deep breath. It arrives when you no longer need to be rescued, but when you're ready to rise. And sometimes, that rising looks like drinking a cup of chamomile tea and saying no to the thing that doesn't feel right, not because you're resisting success, but because you know you don't need to chase it. You've become the magnet. You've become the container. You've become the yes. So, Libra, instead of asking what more you need to do, ask what more you're ready to receive. And let that answer guide your choices, your energy, and your daily rituals. This is not the season of striving. It's the season of readiness. And you, more than anyone, know how to stand with quiet grace in the center of what others are still chasing. Let it come. Let it find you. And when it does, be the one who receives it with peace, not panic, because your soul was ready before the door even knocked. What if the space you're sitting in right now, the very room where you breathe, rest, and dream, is not random at all, but divinely placed? Libra, there are moments in the cosmic rhythm where your life and your location begin to align in such a way that the energy of manifestation accelerates. And this is one of those moments. Your home, your sanctuary, the place you walk past every day without noticing its deeper potential, is now being highlighted on an energetic level. It's as if the universe has quietly placed a mark on your space, not for inspection, but for delivery. Not to test, but to bless. When astrologers say, your home is a money magnet, they're not speaking in metaphors alone. They're referring to the moment when vibrational resonance and spatial readiness intersect. And with the energy lining up between Venus, Saturn, and the Moon this October, something rare is happening. It's not just about where you live. It's about what you've built within those walls, the frequency of stillness, of trust, of unwavering belief in something better. Think of it like this: abundance doesn't always arrive through effort. Sometimes, it arrives through energy that's been cultivated in quiet. In numerology, the number 777 is often associated with financial rebirth, a sign that you've completed a season of internal work and are stepping into a period of divine compensation. Not as a reward for exhaustion, but as a reflection of alignment. You're not just wishing anymore. You've become a match. Your inner field has been tilled, and the seeds you've planted in faith, especially in the unseen, are beginning to stir. This is why it's so essential to be present in your home right now. To treat it not as a storage space for your life, but as a living altar where your next chapter begins to unfold. Color holds frequency, too, and certain hues, soft jade, milk white, pale gold, are especially resonant for Libra in this season. These aren't simply aesthetic choices. They carry soothing, balancing, and magnetic qualities that support the flow of prosperity. Surrounding yourself with colors that mirror calm and receptivity isn't indulgent, it's intelligent. When your environment feels safe, your nervous system relaxes. And when your body feels safe, your energy field opens. That opening is the gateway through which new resources can enter. Sometimes, people expect abundance to arrive with fanfare, flashing signs, or grand events. But as I've seen in both personal experience and the lives of many I've guided, miracles tend to arrive through the doorway of the familiar. They slip in through conversations that seem casual, through mail you almost didn't open, or through a space in your home you suddenly feel inspired to clean. I've known people who set an extra place at the dinner table for the opportunity they were praying for, not because it was logical, but because it was faithful. And in time, something or someone always arrived. So if you're reading this and feeling the subtle electricity in your chest, that quiet knowing that something is about to change, honor that. Don't question the timing. Instead, tune into your space. Clean the corner you've ignored. Light a candle in the center of your home. Open a window and declare, "I'm ready." Let your house hear you. Let the air shift. Because this isn't about chasing miracles, it's about making space for them to land. And Libra, if there's one gentle truth I hope you carry forward, it's this: never underestimate the power of a life built on quiet readiness. The world may not have applauded your patience, your faith, or your silent consistency, but the universe has. And right now, your home is being seen as holy ground for what's next. It's not just where you are. It's where everything begins. Libra, if there's one truth I want you to take from this journey we've just shared, it's this: you are not waiting at the door of abundance, you are the door. You are not asking the universe for permission anymore. You are living as someone who already knows they are worthy of receiving. And that shift, that changes everything. You don't have to force your way into the life you dream of. You don't have to earn your worth through exhaustion. You've already sown the seeds in silence, in stillness, in faith. And now, you're standing in the energy of harvest. What would happen if you began to move through your day as if money, opportunity, peace, and alignment were already in motion, on their way to you, through you, and for you? What would change if you allowed your home, your energy, your choices to reflect not the fear of not enough, but the confidence of more is being made for me. What if you stopped waiting for the right time and started becoming the right vessel? This isn't about pretending. It's about remembering. You've been entrusted with something rare, a frequency of grace, of balance, of beauty, and it's your job now to embody it. Not because the world demands it, but because your soul is ready. Ready to release the scarcity stories, ready to stop dimming your light to fit into smaller rooms, and ready to walk boldly into spaces that recognize the wealth of your spirit. So, as you step forward from here, I invite you to stay grounded in everything you've just heard. Revisit this space when doubt creeps in. Let these words echo in your heart when the world gets noisy. And above all, remember that the real magic isn't in the ritual, it's in your willingness to show up for yourself every single day, even in the smallest ways. If this message stirred something in you, if you feel that deep, quiet knowing in your body that says, "This was meant for me," I want you to claim it. Comment the number 777 below to lock it, Indiana. Not just for the algorithm, but as a declaration to the universe that you're awake, aligned, and ready. Ready to receive. Ready to allow. Ready to expand. And if you found value in this space, let your light be your way of anchoring this energy. Subscribe to Zodiac Whisper Tarot if you haven't already, because this journey, this unfolding of who you truly are, is far from over. And I want to walk beside you, every step of the way. Share this video with someone you love who might need this message today, because wealth is not something we hoard, it's something we pass forward, heart to heart, soul to soul. Thank you for your time, your energy, your presence. Thank you for being open. You are not too late. You are not too much. You are right on time. So let your space reflect your worth. Let your words reflect your knowing. Let your life begin to look like the vision you've quietly carried for so long. Because Libra, the vault of the universe is already open. The only question is, are you ready to hold what's been waiting for you? This is Zodiac Whisper Tarot, where the wealthy souls gather. Before the world catches up.